Alright, before this video starts, yeah, I look like a mess, you know, my hair is all crazy or whatever. I just got out of a nap. I was up late last night, taking care of some shenanigans. But, regardless, you know, I woke up and I saw some news here. That was kind of interesting to take a look at. Our boy, Kavos here went nuclear on the other British commentators. Now, we've seen Alex, you know, he's called people pedophiles and, you know, rapists or whatever, not as a joke where it's, like, lighthearted and they're in on the memes or whatever. Like, you know, he's, like, made allegations against them. We've seen it happen with Slazo, Zaptai, James Charles, and most recently, Perez Hilton. Now, am I a fan of any of these people? Nah, not really, but I also take it seriously when, you know, you got a giant creator who's launching these allegations. Oh yeah, Progress was another person, someone I actually do know, who he levied allegations against. He has a bit of a history, which is the point that I'm making, and I don't even need to talk about this. I'm sure at this point you guys are well familiar with, you know, Alex's track record. It's actually one of the things that really built this channel was covering Alex and all his bullshit. And a large part, or rather something we've not really been doing a lot, is calling out Alex's friends. Because normally, you don't want to do the whole guilt by association meme or whatever, because that's just tacky, alright? Look, people are allowed to be friends with whoever they want. If somebody is friends with a shitty person, I don't think they should be criticized for that. I don't think they should be demeaned for that. I mean, look, you're gonna be friends with whoever. It's totally fine, in my opinion, to be friends with terrible people. Now, when you're working with them, and you're also calling out other people, but also excusing their shitty behavior or whatever, then I think, you know, criticism should be levied their way. And I think for a large part, a lot of creators who've been calling out Alex, they've been wanting to do this for a while now, but they just haven't felt the need to, until one day where Kavos said, I guess just fuck it, and just start dumping DMs. And we'll get into the morals of dumping DMs in a second too, because I've seen a lot of people get, you know, their panties up in a twist over that, and I just have no issue with that at all, and I want to talk about that in just a second. But before we do that, let's go ahead and switch views here. Make my window a little bit bigger. So this is Twitter. This is Kavos' Twitter. Now the whole thing started, Nick Diorio's got a video coming out very soon on Alex. A little bit of a, from my understanding, like a catch-up video, a refresh video. He's going to be going over a lot of stuff. Probably, if I had to guess, is not what I know, but just speculation live on the air. He's probably going to be talking about the iNabber E-Boy situation where, you know, they cucked iNabber out of their group channel, which, you know, it's not just, oh, he didn't get put in the channel, big deal. That's actually a big, like, business move that they totally cucked him from. And these are supposed to be, like, his best friends. In fact, Alex on Christmas was like, you know, if it weren't for Alex, or if it weren't for iNabber, Willany, ImAllexx, James Marriott, I wouldn't have made it through the year or whatever. And then, you know, a few months later, they steal his idea to make a group channel and totally cuck him out of it. You see this channel's doing very well, too. Would have been nice if iNabber was in there getting some exposure from that, but hey, if you're a friend of Alex, you're as good as dirt to him, unless he can use you for some reason. Sorry, iNabber, you just didn't have enough subs. Sucks to be you, I guess. But anyway, so Nick's throwing out all these clips or whatever, and Kavos, I guess he had quote tweeted that. And then he made this tweet right here. He said, I can't wait for ImAllexx to ruin your brand. Willany, ImAllexx, James Marriott. You all deserve it, too, for looking the other way on this scumbag. You call others for the smallest things on videos, but you actively protect this fake prick because it makes you money. It is clear as day for all of them, money over morals. And this is something Tommy also pointed out, Tommy C, when the whole Perez Hilton situation broke down. The way you go at Alex is not just to call him out and make videos on him. I mean, you can do that, and you should do that, but that's not going to get Alex to change his mind on anything. I mean, Alex is business-oriented, and exposed videos, even from Kavos, are not going to be powerful enough for Alex to change his ways, because it's not going to make a dent in his monetary consumption, or rather, it's not going to make a dent in the amount of money he's making, the amount of influence he has in the YouTube community, especially the UK community. It's just not going to work. So what do you do instead? Well, instead you call out his friends who are associating with them. And again, look, if you're friends with Alex, whatever. I know people who are friends with Alex, it's fine. I don't care. But these people that I know who are friends with Alex, they're not working with them. They're not, you know, getting in bed with him, so to speak. You know, they're not, you know, looking the other way. Matter of fact, let's look at another tweet here where one of them outright shields Alex from the criticism. Here Kavos says, let's not forget that a week after Alex was exposed for pushing false rape allegations, Willany made this tweet at me, trying to make it out as if calling out Alex for trying to make out as if I was calling Alex out for no reason. And when I called him out, he rang me to apologize. This is an old tweet back from, looks like July 12th. You seen this, Kavos? Shocking, if you ask me. Making light of, you know, the whole situation, you know, memeing about it, even though this is going over very serious stuff. And then, of course, as Kavos reveals, he totally cucked out, bitched out, and apologized to him privately for it. When people tweet me saying Will is shading you in videos, I don't care because he is a huge pussy who will shade you and then behind closed doors apologize about it. And that's what I'm saying. You gotta go after these people in a way that makes sense, like calling people out for shielding Alex or being complete pussies. But here's where it gets a little more interesting, is the DM leaking. Sorry, James Marriott, but I don't care anymore. This is his excuse for still supporting Alex, because his issue with him isn't about business. So who aren't you willing to go into business with then? You call out people on videos, yet you are in bed with the biggest scumbag. This is dated April 11th. But my issue with Alex isn't about business. Like, he showed a lot of drive for this, and we have fun doing it. Then he shows another DM here. I never really spoke about Alex, did in the past, and I will never do so publicly. I think people just make mistakes. And again, I would agree with him, you know, if it was just one mistake. But what we've done a good job in is establishing a pattern of behavior here. We've shown it's not just, because everyone makes mistakes. Everyone is naturally going to get caught being a hypocrite, especially if you're a YouTuber and your whole job is speaking every single day or whatever. You're naturally going to say stuff that, you know, conflicts with each other, all right? But with Alex, this isn't just little mistakes or, you know, oh, you know, he made one goof up or whatever. This is a whole pattern of behavior. It's consistent. Again, Progress, Tommy C, Zaptai, James Charles, more recently Perez Hilton, of course Slazo. I mean, you can just post so many just examples where he's just falsely accusing people. Here's another one. This is Kavos typing in blue. Of course, but why go into business with a man like that? It just baffles me. I get YouTube's everything for you guys. And then James Marriott says, because I've wanted to make a group channel / venture for years. Now, is it true that Kavos might be leaving some context out? Possibly. You know, that could very well be true. I'd love to hear James Marriott's response to all of this. But I think it's baffling here that, you know, it really shows, you know, the mind of these YouTubers. They're not honest people. They're not genuine people. They're business and money oriented. And they're allowed to, but we can also call it out. And if we call it out and we put pressure on these people to stop associating with dangerous people like ImAllexx, who I do consider dangerous, then perhaps we can leave a dent in Alex's career to show people, hey, you shouldn't be trusting this guy. You shouldn't be listening to this guy. This guy's dangerous. He's spread terrible allegations against people. You shouldn't listen to him. Here's a Twitter video Kavos made here.
I'm not usually one to drop DMs ever, but this is a special case where you can clearly see it is money over morals for James Marriott and all the E-boys, Memulus, Willany, James Marriott, all of you guys who are in bed with ImAllexx, the biggest scumbag who there are videos of surfacing now, has called out and condemned people for the things he has done and not forgiven them and never given them any pass. Yet he gets a pass from all of you guys. You've never called him out once, but you call out people on a ton more trivial shit that doesn't even matter. He's running around the platform calling people pedos, pushing false rape allegations, yet, oh, you just sleep on them. Fuck you, fuck the E-boys. I dropped these DMs to show how fake the UK scene is. It's all about money. Even the commentators who claim they're trying to do, you know, trying to do good and trying to better the platform. No, actually, they're not. They're all fake fucks.
And there you go. It's a very, in my opinion, just reason to drop DMs. And I know a buddy of mine, actually, I'm not trying to, like, call him out here. You know, I'm not trying to, you know, just expose him on the air or whatever. No, this is a guy I frequently have disagreements with, and we talk about it. And I appreciate that, you know, he's always open to having a conversation about things. But, I mean, he put up this one tweet here where he shows, like, in 2018, December, Kavos is not going to leak DMs that Keemstar sent to him when they were having their little scat back and forth or whatever. And then, obviously, he's leaking DMs today or whatever, kind of showing a bit of hypocrisy here. But in my opinion, this is a totally different context. I mean, of course, it makes sense to show DMs here because it's showing that these people, you know, the kind of snakery that goes on behind the scenes, the scum that, you know, all the scum that takes place. It's totally righteous to release these DMs. Whereas if you're having like a little beef with Keemstar or whatever, and he says some scummy thing or whatever in your DMs, I mean, it depends on the context or whatever, but it might not make sense back then, but under some circumstances, it would make sense to drop DMs now. When Kavos says he's against dropping DMs, there's like nuance to it, you know, just because he says he's against dropping DMs doesn't mean under all circumstances he's going to adhere to that, right? Like different situations call for different solutions. So anyway, I'm totally fine with leaking DMs under this circumstance. I think people should leak DMs more often to show the scummy shit that goes on behind the scenes, and I'm glad Kavos did it. And I'm curious to see James Marriott if he ever responds to this. Regardless, my name's ImAllexx. I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to like, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and I will catch you guys later. Peace out, everyone. Oh yeah, follow me on Twitter too.